So welcome to this next brief tutorial on how to actually utilize the Prep Smart cards before a pitch session or an actual gym session. So it's a three-step system. On here, you'll see hip mobility for card one. Okay, and it is very important that you actually use this sequence, and it's there for a reason, a 1, 2, and 3. All right, so the first card is the one you see right here. Okay, hip mobility. We want to focus on opening up, okay, and finding more range within your movements. This will get you prepped for the training session and get the most out of it. All right, so don't get overwhelmed right now by looking at all these exercises. You're not going to understand it just yet, okay, but let me explain. Bear with me. You don't have to do all the exercises that you see in here. You probably don't know the exercises. You don't have to know the exercises, but okay, let me make it a lot simpler than what you actually see in here. So the next card, you'll see hip strength or isolated hip strength. Once we find more range, okay, more mobility, now we need to utilize it. So we apply strength in that new lengthened position. Okay, it's very essential that we do this, okay, in this order. Okay, and then for the third one, we're going to be focusing a whole lot more on pelvic control, how to maintain control in the three different planes of movement: frontal, transverse, and sagittal planes, or that is front to back or flexion extension, lateral movement, and also rotational movements. It's very essential that we actually, it's like the way I think about this is just going over a checklist. Okay? Just make sure you go over the different types of elements that you see in here to prep you before going out and taking off, just like a jet plane. All right, so got to make sure the lights are turned on, the engine, everything is checked in for and accounted for before you actually go full out. All right, so what it is okay, you take a look at the column here on the left. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, very simple, from less complex could be to more complex. Okay, so you start easy to more complex. All right, now on the top, you'll see a focus on different types of aspects. In this scenario, or in this card, all the cards are a little different. So in this one, you'll see that we're going to be emphasizing on big toe and ankle range of motion or mobility, hip internal external rotation, and hip flexion and hip extension. Okay, we're going to be focusing on just different essential movements that we need to open up, and that is why they're ordered in this way. Okay, now what you'll see in here is on your card, you're going to be able to click on this, and this will take you directly to the exercise. What I meant earlier was that you don't have to learn all these exercises. Okay, it's going to be too much. Okay, just click on it, and it'll take you to that particular exercise. Okay, you'll be catching up, and you'll remember some of these exercises when you see it. You know, in the future, you will not have that need to click on them. Okay? The next one, you will see that you have a series of exercises right in here. This is not the list, and it's not the complete list of exercises, but we'll give you some variations to them so that you have options to do for this particular aspect of your movement. And horizontally, you'll see the different types of emphasis. Okay, so what you will do within your cards, like I mentioned before, you don't have to do all of them. You will have to just go through this exercise and then move on to the next one and then to the third one. If you do have time, then I would suggest that you can do maybe 2 at a time if you do have that time. Okay, and at the bottom, you will see a recommended dosage. Okay, in this particular scenario, you'll do 2 sets of 6 to 8 reps or a 60 to 90 second hold. Okay, some of this exercise you need to hold the position for a little bit, maybe move within that position, but you don't necessarily do reps. You remain in that exercises for that particular allotted time. Okay, and that is pretty much it. If you do have any questions, please let me know.